Now we're going to go on to the Manchester derby, of course, one of the biggest derbies in history of
One
football.
of them.
One.
No, the biggest.
The biggest.
The biggest.
I'm not sure if I would agree with that because of United and Liverpool.
It's not really a derby, is it?
It's not a derby.
It's just a rivalry.
Rivalry, but should be a derby.
You know,
Nah,
But
each
isn't.
other.
It isn't,
You
yeah.
can't call it a derby if they're in two different cities.
Right, I'll ask you, what is the most feared rivalry in English football?
English football. I was going to say the Old Firm
The Old
derby.
Firm, probably.
In
In-
English
in the
football.
UK.
I know.
In English
That's
football.
why I said, yeah.
In
In
English
English football, I'd either go, do you know, Southampton...
Portsmouth.
Yeah, Southampton, Portsmouth's quite good.
So you're telling me that those bottom league teams are bigger than United versus Liverpool?
The fans, like, and the way they're supported,
Yeah.
the teams, are
It's
much
more
bigger than
dedicated.
United, Liverpool and all these types. But if
Yeah,
you're
but
talking
if you
about
ask a
big
United
derbies,
fan-
it's probably like Aston Villa.
If you ask a
Birmingham
United fan,
or-
who would you pick as your biggest rivalry / derby? They're going to say Liverpool, aren't they?
You can't
I
call
can
it
guarantee.
a derby, though.
I can guarantee you that they would say.
If you say
Liverpool.
who's the biggest rivalry, it'll probably be Man United and Liverpool, or Man United and Arsenal, or something like that. But if you say derby, it's probably going to be one of the smaller derbies, I think.
But it's not. It hasn't. They haven't. They don't react the same way in the United Liverpool game
Yeah.
as they would do. Well, Liverpool Everton, because the fans hate each other. Liverpool Everton.
And they live with each other, so then
Yeah, have
they
to put
want to
up with
win
each
even
other.
more. But with United and Liverpool, you'll win once and then you won't speak to the people you met like until the next time you meet them.
Right, let's get into the actual Manchester derby now. So, we've got Lachlan here, Man
Hello.
City fan. How do you see this one going?
How do I think it's going to pan out? Well, my score prediction is that I think it's going to be a close game, but I do think we're going to be able to close it out and win comfortably 2-1. Hopefully comfortably anyway. And I think on the score sheet we'll see Gabriel Jesus and maybe even a defender from a set piece. So I think Otamendi and Jesus are going to score. What about you?
I think 2-2. I think we'll get one in the last minute. Bruno and Old Trafford will go mad,
Alright.
and the City fans won't be chanting anything, like per usual. But anyway,
Funny.
out of you two,
City fan, sorry, what? Tumbleweed.
that was a good one. That was a good one. Right, as you two, as you're not United or City fans, as an outsider, how do you think this is going to go?
I'm saying a close game, but ultimately a City win is
Thank
the
you.
outcome.
Yeah.
By how many
Definitely.
goals?
Only one.
Won't be 6, will it?
It won't be 6.
Won't be 6. It won't be 6.
It might be.
It won't be 6.
How many?
I think, although United have been playing like quite well recently, not brilliantly, but holding up for the wins and stuff. But I think City will probably dominate and win 2 or 3-0.
3-0. We're not scoring,
3-0. You're
and we've not
scoring.
lost in 8 games.
Rashford's
5 games.
Yeah, and we're way better than any team you've played.
Liverpool. You're better than Liverpool.
Well, yeah, but you didn't beat Liverpool.
Yeah, but we were one of the only teams before Watford, which we'll get into in a bit, to take a point off them.
Yeah, we haven't played with the Etihad yet, so
Oh, the Etihad.
yeah, it is a
Oh.
fierce atmosphere. Thank you very much.
Very.
Thank
What's
you.
your famous stand? Is it the Colin Bell stand?
The Colin Bell stand, yes.
The Bell End.
Yeah.
The Bell End.
There's also the 9320 stand as well. So, yeah.
Nothing compared to the whole thing.
Oh, the Stretford End.
Yeah.
What's your end
Gladys
called?
Street.
Oh, Gladys Street. What a name. Sounds like Sesame Street. Right.
You really just use her City.
Right, so your transfer ban.
Yeah.
Not happy with it?
I mean, oh god. Well, it can't. In my opinion, I think it came out of the blue. No one was really talking about it for months after like initially allegations were like made, and then I just turn on my phone and I see that we're banned from the Champions League from 2 years. You know, I'm not going to be over the moon about it, but hopefully, you know, it gets reduced. But if it doesn't, then we have to win it this season, don't we?
Do you think you can win it this season with that centre-back pairing?
Yeah. Well, I think we could. I mean, bearing in mind we just beat Real Madrid 2-1 away, I think that shows that we.
It's not a stretch, is it? It won't be too much to ask.
Who do you see
Yeah.
the two teams in your way?
Like the biggest, I think Liverpool. They're obviously, you know, going to try and retain their title.
Yeah.
And Bayern Munich look strong this season as well, so I think them too.
But after Real, I don't think any team will be too much of a problem.
Yeah.
Liverpool will be a challenge, so will Bayern, but I don't think it's unseeable that you win it.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I think in the Champions League, it's more about luck, of not who you draw, but who like how you play during the two legs. Because Atleti shouldn't have beaten Liverpool, but they got the quick goal and they defended, and it's 50-50 going into the next leg. Because it's unlikely that they won't concede at Anfield, but if they play defensively as well as they did at home, I think they could go through. So no one expected that. So yeah, it is down to luck. So I don't see a reason why City couldn't win it this year.
Right, I'm going to say to you, Fergie versus Pep. Do you think Pep's the best manager for you ever in your history?
Ever in our history, probably. Bearing in mind, like when we first appointed him, like what he'd already achieved compared to the previous managers we had, and what he's actually done for us as a club as a whole. I think even he's not even been there like 3 or 4 years. So and to win what he's won shows that I do think he's the best manager we've ever had.
People are saying that in the next couple of years he could be up there with Fergie. Do you agree?
You would have to do a lot, obviously, because Fergie won it all.
13
a lot of
Premier
times.
Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues,
Yeah.
Here we go.
5
here
FA
we go,
Cup.
here we
So
go.
anyway, point is.
How long ago was it? 8?
2013.
So 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, got
The
to.
point is,
How many
he's got to do a
FA
lot.
Cups did you win?
Ooh, nobody cares.
What was the African
Go on,
Cup
mate,
you
yeah.
won? AFCON.
Anyway, do you think he could win the Champions League?
I think Pep could win the Champions League. He basically has to win the Champions League this season. Well, he doesn't have to, but it would be really good if he did. And because if he doesn't, then he's gonna have to wait another 2 years, isn't he? So.
And you don't think he'll win it in 2 years?
Well, because he kind of can't participate in the competition, can he? So.
Right, we're going to go over a quick review of
Duncan
the Villa versus Man City game, the EFL. We gave our score predictions last week. Did somebody say 2-1?
Nobody said 2-1.
Nobody
I think
said.
so.
I said like 3-0, I think.
Yeah, well that didn't happen. It was 2-1.
Nobody predicted it would go the way it did.
No. So City got 2 goals. Gundogan, was that a corner?
I think it was.
Are you sure?
I
think it came
did.
Grealish off Gundogan.
I think it did. In my opinion.
So it should have been 1-1 really. But City got 2, and then Villa scored with Samata in the 44th minute, I think.
Beautiful.
Are you gutted, Joe?
I'm very upset that it didn't go the way I would have liked it to, but I don't think it was a surprise to anyone.
A fairy tale.
No. But seeing how close it was, that has it's given me hope that we could actually stay up this season. So it's not completely negative.
What about you, Lachlan? Another breeze. That's 3 consecutive Carabao Cups now.
Of the best trophy in England, obviously.
Probably the worst. but
Most sought after trophy.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, but I think we did get a bit lucky, but I'm just glad that we managed to squeeze out the victory. And also, Foden played out of his skin. He played one of his best games in a City shirt.
Last quick question: Phil Foden, man of the match.
Oh yeah.
Where do you see him in 10 years' time?
Oh, well, I see him
Somewhere
being.
else.
Where?
Somewhere else.
I
Where do you see
mean,
him?
well, obviously, I still think he's going to be at City because he's City born and bred, isn't he? So hopefully he's our leading man.
Is anyone really City born and bred?
Apart from Foden,
When was he
no.
born?
I mean, are you going to
Before
count Company?
2008?
And I've heard some City fans count Company as one of their own.
I mean, he is to a
On
degree
the band elect. So.
because he came in before the takeover and won and stayed and won pretty much everything. So
Yeah.
he's probably the closest we've had since before Foden. So yeah,
Thank you for coming on.
thank you very much for having me.
Now we're going to do an FA, well not, mix between an FA Cup roundup and a Who Am I. So we're going to start off with a Who Am I. By the way, thanks for Lachlan for coming on, much appreciated. If you want to come on, make sure you leave a comment down below.
Drop us a DM.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Jason, then just don't bother.
Yeah, don't ask if you're Jason.
Yeah. So we're going to go on a Who Am I first. Right, so I've played with
No Jason.
Goetze, Ramsey, Casemiro and Ronaldo. I've made 31 appearances for my national side, I've won 9 league titles across 3 different countries. Who am I?
Ronaldo, you say?
He's played with Ronaldo,
He's
yeah.
played with Ronaldo. So
I'm going to go to Joe first.
He's played for United.
No,
No, he could have played for United,
he could have.
Real, or Juve.
One of those.
Or Arsenal. With Ramsey.
Right. Who does Ramsey play for now?
Juve.
Yeah. So he's in that team. I've gave you a clue there.
Is it Costa?
Boom! Come on, Douglas Costa.
Douglas Costa.
Right, yes. Right, Joe won.
Is it Douglas Costa?
Douglas Costa.
I got it right.
Oh!
You just said you got it though. Right, Joe's got it. Right, so it's 2-1. Let's see next week what happens.
Well,
So, Alex, what have you got for us on the FA Cup roundup?
so the first match that we're going to go through is Tottenham. No, wait, not Tottenham. Chelsea
Yeah.
at home to a weakened Liverpool side, let's say. They started players such as Van Dijk, Fabinho, Sadio Mane, but they still got beaten 2-0. The first goal coming from Willian in the 13th minute after a howler of a save from Adrian, straight at him after making quite a good save just a few seconds earlier.
Was it him or Kepa who made a double save?
Kepa, I
Oh,
think
yeah, it was
about 5
Kepa.
minutes before.
Sadio Mane got the
Made,
last
like,
shot, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 great saves in a row, and I think like straight after that they went up the field. Adrian made a good save, rolled it out to Fabinho, was it? And he just passed it straight to Willian, and yeah, it was a howler of a save. And then it went 1-0 half time, and then
Your best friend scored.
yeah, the snake
Barkley.
Ross Barkley.
But you did say on your post on
Came
Instagram
back.
that he wasn't a snake.
Not as much of a snake anymore.
Right.
Quite a brilliant goal, to be honest. Got in his own half, ran past Fabinho. Who was the other centre back? Lovren, was it?
Lovren, Van Dijk.
Gomez.
Yeah,
Ran past
Gomez. Gomez
yeah.
couldn't keep up with
A
him.
beautiful finish past Adrian into the far corner. So yeah, ended 2-0 to Chelsea. So they're through in Liverpool. Can't win the treble anymore. So United fans will be happy.
Imagine not winning the treble
I know.
or going invincible in the same week. That's unbelievable.
Heartbreak. True
Not
heartbreak
breaking.
in Liverpool fans.
Right, what's up next?
Should we talk about Sheffield United?
Yeah.
Sheffield United struggling against
Reading?
Championship opposition Reading. It was 1-1 after 90 minutes, with McGoldrick scoring in the 2nd minute, and then Puskas getting a penalty in the 43rd and scoring it, and then legend Billy Sharp getting the winner in the 105th minute for Sheffield United. So they go through to the quarterfinals. West Brom versus Newcastle.
That was a good match, actually. I thought West Brom were going to get back into that.
Yeah, ended 3-2 to West Brom, with Newcastle getting 3 quite early goals. Almiron scoring 2 in the 33rd and 45th minute, and then new signing Lazaro getting 1 in the 47th, and then Phillips got 1 back for West Brom in the 74th, and Zahoro, is that how you spell it?
Zahora, I don't know.
He got 1 in the 90th minute, so nearly quite a good comeback from West Brom, but sadly they couldn't just hack it. So yeah, Newcastle are through as well.
Any big games? I know there was Sheffield Wednesday versus City. That was a 1-0 to City. Do you want to talk about that?
Tottenham, Norwich.
Go City.
So yeah, City with what you would have thought was quite an easy away fixture at Sheffield Wednesday, which I was surprised they didn't fill out their stadium for. It looked about half full.
I mean, City didn't fill out their away allocation.
Yeah.
Allocation.
They wouldn't feel it.
No. There was it was like a section there, and then in the middle there was just like this massive gap like that. Classic City.
They won 1-0 with a Sergio Aguero goal with a big deflection off the goalkeeper, right into the top corner in the 53rd minute, assisted by Benjamin Mendy, who got man of the match after quite a good performance, I'd say. But yeah, quite a boring match. Very slow play from City all round. But then again, very defensive a very good defensive performance from Sheffield Wednesday. So
Did they park the bus? I think they
very
did,
much.
yeah.
5 at the back, and almost 8 at the back most of the game. So didn't get many chances, and the ones they did get, they didn't put away. So yeah, Man City through and probably going to win it, I'd say.
I don't know. I don't know if United will put the good teams out for the rest of the quarters and the semis and final, but we'll see if we get there or not.
So yeah, obviously yesterday, Derby getting, would you call it thrashed?
I wouldn't say thrashed, I would say more of a domination game.
Yeah, 3-0 to Man United at Derby. Wayne
Pride
Rooney's
Park.
return against his former club.
Yeah, he actually played well, but lost. That must have been hard for him.
Yeah.
So really,
Luke's,
what was he expecting?
Yeah, hard to watch. But I think he wanted to celebrate. Let's yeah. But Igalo getting
celebrating a win against Derby.
Igalo getting 2, and Luke Shaw getting a deflected shot. I don't know if it's
Jesse
Lingard or
They've
goal.
recorded it as Shaw's
I think it
goal
should
on
be
here,
Shaw's
but-
goal, because if he shot, it would have gone in. But of course, Lingard had to try and get a goal for once.
So it would be Shaw's goal because
Yeah,
it was on target.
yeah.
Have they put it as Lingard?
No, I don't know, but there was a debate about it. But yeah, a swift win for United, I would say.
Against Derby.
Yeah, Championship derby.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
On the way to the final.
13th in the Champions.
13. Thought you did well there.
Yeah, I know. Did quite well. We didn't put out. Well, yeah, we did put out our good team actually. Yeah, because we shouldn't treat Derby as a bad club because they're not. But yeah, United getting the win there.
But they are in a league lower than you.
Yeah, but doesn't mean we should treat them as bad.
I would have rested my players.
Yeah,
Put
but
out maybe a less experienced team, kept a few on the bench just in case it was turning into an embarrassment.
that's what Villa did against Fulham, and you put Keane and Davis on, and look where you got. Oh, Keane and Davis, I don't know.
Keane.
Third.
So let's go on to Tottenham versus Norwich at the
Ooh, very
Tottenham
controversial.
Hotspur Stadium. Vertonghen giving Tottenham the lead in the 13th minute. Then Dermich getting a nice goal from a counter-attack for Norwich.
Went to penalties.
Yeah, it went 90 minutes 1-1, and then
I thought
extra
Spurs
time
would have
was
scored,
played.
be
Yeah, a
honest.
couple of good chances for both teams in extra time, but it did end 1-0, and then it ended 3-2 to Norwich on penalties after some very good saves from Tim Krul, and I don't think they were the best penalties. Except standouts probably like Todd Cantwell.
Yeah,
His penalty is quite good, but yeah,
top left.
very good performance from a struggling Norwich.
And then after the game, I think Eric Dyer was walking off the pitch. Is it his brother?
Someone insulted his brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gone into the stands. He's gone about, I would say, about 10 rows, and he's just
jumped over his
jumped
seats.
over and walked over them, or jumped over them, and gone up and looked like he wanted to have a fight with them, basically.
Stopped by a steward though.
Yeah. And there's been footage online. I'm sure you've
How did he
seen
hear
it.
it?
I don't know.
I don't know, unless his brother was shouting for him. I don't know, but yeah, not good. That. Do you think fans are going too far with players now?
Yes. If you want them to play well, and if you think they played terribly, say something that they could improve on. Don't just. We've seen it with like Liverpool fans with Andy Robertson. He played one bad game in the Champions League, and he had to delete his Twitter because of all the hate he was getting. Like, if you want someone to play well, give them an ego boost more than insulting them. Because if you're going to insult them, they're just going to think if they don't want to stay at your club anymore, and then they won't improve. So.
But I'm sure they would say, for an argument for that, I've paid for my ticket to sit here.
Yeah.
Should I not be right to criticise the
That's
players?
the attitude of a lot of fans. They excuse their behaviour in the stands, and they're insulting the players as they paid for them tickets. They can say what they want.
I think there's a level which it can't go past, or a line.
And
Yeah.
I
At the
think
point
they
where you're
crossed that.
insulting
Yeah.
the players personally, we've seen it with Cantona and the like of that, and the racism, of course. Yeah, I just at the point where it's personal, you don't have the right to say that, and you can't justify that by saying you paid.
Yeah.
So you can't go to a restaurant and verbally abuse a waiter just because you paid for a meal.
Yeah, that is a good example, to be fair. What? Any other games?
No, I think except from Portsmouth Arsenal, which was a bit.
Oh, it was a 2-0.
Yeah.
Arsenal put out a young team. The solid performance. Unlucky Portsmouth though. But yeah, that's your roundup for this week. Andrew's just dropped his phone.
So, what do you guys think about coronavirus in football? They're putting a possibility of a lot of Premier League games behind closed doors. They've cancelled the fair play handshake. You don't need to do that anymore.
Pre-match, yeah.
They've postponed.
There's postponed games in Valencia.
Yeah, in Italy, haven't they?
Italy and Spain, but we're not covering that. But I think, well, we can cover it actually. I think it might get a bit too out of hand in a way. But
I don't see them cancelling the rest of the season.
yeah,
They can, if they're going to cancel any games or put them behind closed doors, do it now. Don't do it near the end of the season, because that's when all the that's when the title charges start happening. I think no one wants to put any games behind closed doors. It just ruins all the football. But I think if you're doing it for this sort of reason, just if you're going to cancel them, make sure they are played and don't just give a teams like a draw or something.
I find it mad how the last match of the season we could not be going to our games. Like, I don't know, City could be 1 point behind Liverpool. This isn't realistic, but they could be 1 point behind and no fans could be there. That would just ruin it for me. Just because of...
They'd have a TV crew in, but it's not the same.
Yeah, no, it's not the same as being at the ground, but I just think... I don't know. I think to 6 months to a year's time, nobody will be talking about it.
No, coronavirus is being compared to a flu at the moment, so I think it'll still be circulating in a few years' time, but I don't think it'll be a massive
It won't be an
threat.
epidemic.
No, it won't be a huge threat. It'll be treated exactly like the flu would. There'd be training in the doctors and stuff on how to help you if you're suffering from it, but it'll be just like if you catch the flu any normal day. Not pleasant, but
Yeah.
and I don't see that being a massive issue in football and other big gatherings like concerts in the future.
I mean, we've seen it in rugby, haven't we? With Ireland and Italy that getting cancelled.
Yeah, it's cancelled.
So
But we can
hopefully that
pray
doesn't
that the
happen.
whole Liverpool squad gets it.
Well, we can.
Oh, I'm praying. Yeah, I'm praying that this season gets called off and Liverpool don't win it.
That'd be good.
Going to
Give up them 10 points for getting the coronavirus.
Going to the other side of Merseyside, off coronavirus topic, we're going to talk quickly about Everton versus United. Very controversial match, I would say.
Theft.
Theft. You're calling it theft? Do you not think luck is a crime in your situation?
I think with the incoming of like VAR and all that, I think the amount of luck a team should get, like Manchester United, should be rapidly deduced.
Deduced?
What's that?
Figured out.
Oh yeah, reduced.
Reduced.
So I think with that style. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. Right, I'll take over.
With the thing that happened with Sigurdsson running in, firstly I think it was a penalty. So it was a good.
You think it was a penalty?
I think it was a penalty.
Right.
He didn't get the ball.
He was off balance.
He had a shot.
Off balance. No, I'm not having this.
Wan-Bissaka came flying in. He had a shot. He should have scored that.
Should have scored, but didn't. Do you
Yeah,
know why?
De Gea
Do you know
saved
why?
it.
Because he's
It
a
goes straight out to Calvert-Lewin.
third option
He's
choice. That's
been-
why. Third option choice.
He's on the floor because it was a penalty, and he's blocking De Gea's eyesight.
Are you right? I'm sorry, but right. So Calvert-Lewin cuts inside.
Yeah,
Right.
and shoots.
Shoots.
That's off target.
Right. It comes off Maguire, is it? Or something?
That's off
Lindelof
target.
or
You can't
Bailly,
be
I don't
offside
know.
if it's an own goal.
Right. So it hit him. I don't think they should have given it offside. I think they should have done line of sight. Because if you're De Gea, think about it as this: Calvert-Lewin's in front of you. He's just taken a shot. You think he's going bottom right. Next minute, it comes off Maguire, and then he's trying to get over there, but I don't know if he sees the ball.
Well, he's sitting down.
He's sitting down. Yes, but his
This
legs are in
much
the
off
way.
How is his legs in the way? The ball's that far off the floor, and his legs are that far.
The ball wasn't off the floor.
I know,
It
you can
bounced.
see the top of the ball.
It p-rolled into the bottom left. Right. Do you not think?
You were lucky to get a point.
Right, yeah. But I think it was a game of two halves. We won the first half. You probably would have just won the second half.
Would have.
And would have.
Could have.
But Carlo Ancelotti got a red card, the first ever manager to get it. Bet you're proud of that.
Yeah. He has had it rescinded. He's only got an £8,000 fine now.
Yeah, I've got that fair. What do you think about that? I don't think he should have gone up to the ref. I know you were asking for passion, but I'm not too sure about that.
Well, the thing is, I didn't agree with what he did, but any other manager, like any other Everton manager, Marcus Silva, Sam Allardyce, any of them, they don't have as much because if we...
They don't have the fire, do they?
Yeah, if we'd have drawn that match, he would have just gone, okay, it's football, but we don't want that. We want a manager that can, like...
Get you into the top six.
Yeah, he wants to win games. He's not just like, oh, it's just football, it's just luck. He wants to win the games, and I think that's what most of our fans admired about that situation.
So, right, we're going to end it there because I don't want this getting out of hand. But Joe, do you think United got lucky?
I think they were lucky to win it, but no matter what happens, I think it's unacceptable for a manager to be doing anything to get a red card.
Yeah.
And I think he should be kept off the pitch for the next few games, to be honest.
He thought he would be.
You're going to miss him. You're going to miss him.
Afterwards, he said at Stamford Bridge, because it's at Stamford Bridge's old club, he said he knows the ground and he's going to be close anyway. So.
Ooh.
And Duncan Ferguson.
He's going to be doing a Bielsa.
Duncan Ferguson's back in unbeaten record as a manager, so.
So Ancelotti, things to come.
Probably, hopefully.
We'll see.
But I think
Champions League, couple of seasons.
A draw is probably the best outcome for that game. Because you probably should have scored about 2 or 3
in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bruno's goal though, you have to admit.
Goalkeeping was a bit meh.
Yeah, but goalkeepers on both sides. I mean, Pickford.
But then the second half, Pickford,
yeah. Do you see his double save against Igalo was very good. But yeah, a game of two halves, we'll call it.
Alan. Love you, Alan. Thanks for watching.
Obsessed with Alan.
Right. Not Jason, you can click off now.
That's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below. What social media should they check out? Should they check out, Alex?
JDA Football on Instagram.
Twitter, JDA_football pod. Check us out on Twitter.
Subscribe to the channel that you're watching right now.
And check us out on Spotify.
And TikTok.
Have we got a TikTok? Oh. Alright, no. Right, Joe might create one, we never
Follow
know.
my TikTok.
But yeah, if you want to be on future episodes, let us know in the comments and we'll try and get something done.
Not Jason, no.
They don't want Jason, so I can't overrule, it's a 2v1.
The fans say, not Jason. The fans.
The fans?
It's a 3v1.
Oh yeah, it's a 3, sorry.
The fifth man.
Yeah, so that's a bye from me. That's bye from me.
And me.
See you in the next one.